Tomorrow morning, April and I get the privilege, the joy of standing before our home church, Trinity Baptist Church, where we've been for 10 years, and announcing that God is compelling us to plant the CityChurch here in Lake Charles. We have so loved the 10 years we've spent at Trinity. They've been joyful for us, full of friends and growth, and we plan on honoring Trinity with all we do at the CityChurch. We leave with nothing but joy in our hearts and lots of good memories. A little bit of sadness, to tell you the truth, in thinking about I'm very nostalgic, so I know I'm going to miss things. I cried the other day sitting in the foyer just thinking through all the fun that happened. And so we love you, Trinity, and we say, go Jesus towards you. If you're watching this video because of my announcement this morning, we just want to share with you a heartbeat that Jesus' prayer in John 17 come true in our day, in our time. Jesus prayed for all the disciples who would believe in Him through His apostles' message, that they would be one, just like Jesus and the Father are one, so that the whole world would believe that God sent Jesus. We are faithing that that prayer of Jesus will come true in our day, in our city, and we want the CityChurch to be a part of that, to be a small part of the catalyst led by God to connect the city, to connect the Christians here, and to let the world believe that God sent Jesus. My time at Trinity as the college minister has been so incredible. I've learned a ton. I've watched some incredible stories of people far from God, students far from God with no church culture background, experience the grace of God through Jesus and be changed, to experience what it feels like to gather around a circle of Christians and experience the grace of Jesus without having to change. And then, of course, when they meet Him, they so want to change. The love of Christ compels us, Paul writes in 2 Corinthians 5:13, and that's sort of the verse that God used to crystallize this heartbeat inside of me. Paul writes that if I'm out of my mind, it's for God's sake. If I'm in my right mind, it is for yours. For the love of Christ compels us, because we are convinced that one died for all. That's what we believe at the CityChurch, that God is compelling us forward, us as missionaries, to reach a culture that's far from God. The CityChurch, I don't have all the hows together, but we definitely have that vision that God wants us to make disciples, not make decisions, not do fluffy things, but make disciples planted in the gospel of Jesus Christ, taught out of God's words that are true forever. But to do that in new and innovative ways, to remove every barrier that keeps people far from God from encountering Jesus, to remove every barrier that keeps us from going full on and pursuing Jesus and pursuing this mission that He gave us, everyone who's made alive in Him, to make disciples of all nations. We're starting here in Lake Charles. That's where our home base is, and we're believing that God wants the city to be different because there are Christians here. We love you. If you'd like to know more about the CityChurch, or if God is stirring your heart, please contact us. You can leave a post here on this blog or call me. I'm a super easy guy to find. We love you, and we believe the city will be different.